Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skids from Wave 1. Yes, Legacy is upon us, and you can see Skids there. We're going to put them off to the side real quick because we're going to look at this box here. And yeah, the boxes are very different for Legacy. You can see there's Skids in his vehicle mode, driving around doing whatever, and you got Legacy and Hasbro and Deluxe Class right there, and about Skids and Transformers and all that stuff. And you can see the box is not exactly a square. It's got a very angular looking thing going on here. You got Legacy logo up top here, and you got Skids been in his robot mode, a close up and a more of a bigger action shot there across that. You got the line wide artwork right here. You got some shots of Halo, Bulkhead, and RC, and Blaster, and Hot Rod, and Prime, and all that stuff. And you got the what's included and what's, all that stuff, and some copyrights down here in the bottom. And of course, in the back, you have some product shots. And hey, there's that QR code, which will take you to a tech spec thing on the internet if you want. And there's, of course, warnings and product shots and all that stuff. So, yep, that's the box. Included, of course, the instruction manual, done in nice purple here, and pretty straightforward instructions because it's a pretty straightforward figure. Includes, of course, some stuff about the weapons and all that stuff, if you like. So, Skids. Okay, so Skids here, he is, of course, the good old Skids, which, the forgotten Transformer, the Autobot who barely appeared in the show and all that stuff. He is here with a new updated version for Legacy, which is very different in some ways. Big one is, well, he's a very, very dark blue. That's very much a thing here. Very dark blue here. You got this Autobot symbol right there. He's got his he's got a silver face, which looks a little stern about some. Looks a little upset about something. You got his door wings, which is pretty neat. Of course, he's got his wheel shoulders and his blue right there. He's got the black with and then the red down here and some silver legs and the black and blue here. And you get the back of the car, some red feet, and yeah, that's something that's bothered people is hollowness. It's not too bad, but there's definitely going to be filler kits and stuff later on because there always are. And he's also got that backpack, which compresses pretty well, and he's got a sunroof in there. What's cool actually is There's actually interior detail on the doors. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that to be there, but that's a thing. So yeah, looks good. He looks very Skids-esque. He's a little different, but yeah, he's very Skids-esque in many ways. Most ways, he's all those proportions I think are a little better than some of his older stuff, or his older toy. But yeah, looks good overall. He also comes with a trio of weapons. Namely, he's got this silver blaster thingy. He's got this dual blaster thingy, very similar to his original weapons. Then he's got this Energon weapon, which doubles as both a gun, if you use that as a barrel, and an axe. This is becoming a thing now. Apparently the Energon weapons are now a thing, regardless one way or the other. And of course, multiple ways you can use these. Of course, you can have them like hold it like this if you want, as an axe. You can peg this in like this, or in his hand or whatever, as a gun. Peg these in, like in the hole, and someone's just about to scream at me because no, don't do that, and it's fine. Mine, I don't have that problem because the problem is apparently some people have this issue where if you peg this in too much on this arm thing, it has a tendency to destroy the weapon. The weapon gets completely torn apart because of the tolerances, so the peg and pole don't quite line up. Yeah, you got stuff like that. You can peg this in the hand, whatever. Cool thing. The weapons are designed to combine, so yeah, you got this this hole right here and this peg, and you can put them together like that, and now you have a triple blaster thing. And of course, you can also, on top of that, peg this on top, and really wild, I guess. And you can have all that stuff. There's a bit you can do. It's kind of neat. Most people, I'm noticing some people are kind of I don't know. Reactions are mixed on the Energon weapons, but it's kind of neat that he has all this stuff if you want to do all that. So yeah, that's the thing. To do some articulation stuff, his head is on a ball joint, so left and right, and a little tiny bit of up and down, a little bit of waggle, not a whole lot, but it's there. And also you can see he's got the plank on the back of his head for the vehicle mode. I don't mind that. Some people are not happy about that. Shoulders can go, well, way outward. There was also this joint as well. You can that's the transformation joint, but you can also use that to adjust the positioning of the shoulder if you need. You also got forward and back. Some of these joints are kind of tight, I've noticed, but you know, it is what that is. Got a bicep swivel kind of high up on the shoulder or on the arm. You got a 90 degrees of elbow bend. He does in fact have wrist swivels. That's real nice. Don't see those too often on deluxes. You got a waist swivel. You can get this out of the way if it bangs in the backpack a bit. You can get the backpack out of the way easily. Yeah, you got a waist swivel. The doors can be adjusted however you wish. You got forward that far, back that far. Again, hits the backpack, but not too bad. Outward about that far. You got a thigh swivel. Knees, about that much knee bend. Yep, decent amount of knee bend there. And you got a lot of ankle tilt. Yep. That's posability. Pretty good. Some things I was not expecting. I was not expecting wrist swivels, but there we are. We got wrist swivels. A comparison. Here he is with the old Generations skids. Yes, he's actually standing. I did not do anything to modify. I just, got to just make him stand weird. But yeah, Generations skids. Very different. Very different shade of blue. I believe this is darker than the original, or at least the Masterpiece. This is darker than the Masterpiece, and this is darker than, I think, the normal. This is lighter than normal, so you got that weird thing going on. But this is, I think, closer to the original G1. I don't have the original G1 toy, but I think the G1 toy was a little bit lighter than this, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, that's a comparison there. Of course, Earthrise Optimus. Yep. Yeah, that's the robot mode. Pretty good. Only thing of mine is a little blemish right there on the little blemish here on the headlight, unfortunately. So that's kind of stinks, but whatever. So transformation, though, actually pretty straightforward. What the first thing you want to do is pop this up right there. Pop that up and out of the way, and the head will sit flush with the rest of the hood. And take this thing right here. You want to take this. There's 2 tabs on the windshield. They'll go into 2 slots, and hopefully they don't misalign on you when you're transforming, because that's happened to me so many times where you just misaligns partway through transformation. Down here, you want to take these wheels and move them out like that. So go ahead and tab the legs together like that, and then you want to go ahead and this right here, you want to move the legs forward, and then right here there's a hinge right here, which is a backwards ab crunch. No, you can't move it forward, so no forward ab crunch. But yeah, you got to do that, and then it clicks on the place, and then you go ahead and open these up right there. And so then you got that part, and then what you want to do here is take the arms and extend them out, rotate them around, and then rotate at the bicep like that. Same thing on this side, extend out, rotate at the shoulder, and rotate at the bicep like that. Then bring them in. Like so. They'll go down here, and this is a weird thing. There's a hole right here on the bottom of the forearm, which will go over this tab right here where I'm pointing. And that more or less will line up, hopefully, and not constantly pop out on you. And then you bring the legs and you rotate them forward like this, that. And then the roof here, you want to go ahead and tab it into the legs, like so. And then you can go ahead and close the doors. Like that. Close those doors. And there you go. There is the little car mode. Yeah, it's very much a very 80s style hatchback thing. You can see red striping there along the sides with some silver. Some molded detail in the back, but no paint really back here, unfortunately. There's no tail lights or anything. I wish there were some. And well, that was venting detail, but yeah. They also translucent windows all around. Whatever words are. What are words? Right. Wheels are clip-ons, and actually, in fact, these are kind of that weird thing. It's just, I haven't seen this on mainline since Generations Trail Cutter. Right. The outside of the wheel rotates, but not the inner part because of how it transforms and everything. You also got the silver grill detailing right here, which same as in the robot mode. Mine, you can see the roof doesn't always like to tab in. At least this side will tab in. This one will not. If it's everything else lined up, this will not tab in on mine for whatever stupid reason. It's annoying. The only way for this to all tab in is if other stuff's out of alignment. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, when everything else is out of alignment, the car mode bolt doesn't really come together. Well, I got it to tab in, but I'm not sure how well it's going to stay tabbed in. But yeah, it's a lot more effort than it should be. Also, mine has a little silver blemish right there. That's a weird line of silver paint on that. That's unfortunate. So yeah, this one, these are also kind of obvious clip-on. You can kind of see the rim detail here, and I guess, you know, on an old 80s Econo box hatchback, black rims would not be unexpected, so I'll give it a pass, but some people still insist on it has to be silver. Anyway, he does roll somewhat, although these front wheels don't always like to hook up super well. Again, probably because of how they're made. It's kind of a thing. It's one of those things. Compromise had to be made for the. I guess how they wanted to integrate the wheels and the shoulders, but it's a little annoying. But not the end of the world. And yeah, he can. He has multiple ports. He can, you know, peg the gun on there. You can. I guess peg that there. Although you can't really make this one by peg forward really, but yeah. So you got those pegs, peg holes, this peg hole. All that stuff for vehicle storage, vehicle mode storage, yeah. And this is point of comparison again. Here he is with his Generations version. So yeah, you got very much at the time modernized hatchback versus very 80s hatchback. Got very different vibes going on, I guess. Still weirdly enough, kind of still you can see from the panel line, still kind of similar ideas behind them, so that's a thing. So yeah, Skids here. There's a couple of annoying things. Yeah, again, the front wheels are kind of weird. Transformations, well, it's pretty familiar, honestly, at this point. It's like, yeah, actually feels a lot like the scaled down version of the Masterpiece in some ways, which makes sense. I mean, it's G1 Skids. Mine doesn't have, some parts just don't like to tab together properly. A couple blemishes here and there. He's got some hollow legs if that bothers you. His weapons are pretty neat, although I'm hearing some reports of breakages on the weapons when you peg them because tolerance issues regarding the pegs and holes for like the arm, like on the forearms and the pegs on the gun. So, you know, be careful if you're going to peg into those. You just don't want to snap your weapon in half. He looks good overall. He's got a nice deco. It's in a very pleasant shade of dark blue. There's just, I don't know. I think it's Skids in the sense that like it's Skids all right, but like yeah, there's something kind of just it's fine. I don't know. On mine, I think they're just kind of frustrated by just how some parts just do not like to fit together and stuff. There's just that part. It's just, you know, particularly the roof here doesn't like to fit together, and it's a little annoying. But overall, he's actually a pretty solid figure, just kind of unexciting. But that's kind of just Skids in a nutshell, isn't it? He's just kind of unexciting, I guess. I don't know. So it's a good little figure. Just I don't know, something about it. Just I can't quite place it. There's something about him just kind of doesn't want me to go, yeah, go buy him. I don't know. But he's fine. I don't think you're going to regret it if you're, you know, really want a new Skids, but who knows? I suspect there's other figures in this wave which will get a lot more attention than Skids will. Not surprising. So, yeah, solid but forgettable, honestly. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative or entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.